Skope TV, Friday night, January 7th, 2011. I got my boys here. Ramel.
What's up,
What's
dude?
happening, brother? Odie.
Man.
Anti-Theory. Has it feel to be chilling out in Stoneham, Massachusetts on a Friday night?
You know where it is?
Yeah, Stoneham. I live right next door to it too.
Where at?
Proximity, Melrose.
Okay.
right.
Now listen, fellas, what's the meaning behind the name Anti-Theory? And how long have you guys been a group?
So let me answer the name.
All right, and I'll tell you the history.
So our approach to the music is we combine a lot of different genres. And to use Odie's term, we're fence sitters when it comes to pop cultural subgenres. We don't feel we fit into any genre. And we challenge the traditional theory of what it means to make good music, what it means to be a good musician, what it means to be a good hip-hop artist, a good electronic artist. We just come together and make good music, period. So we challenge those theories. We don't like those theories. We're anti-theory.
Ooh.
Tight. And I'm bringing in the historical elements here. We've been friends forever, since 6th grade, believe it or not. We've been doing music ever since we can remember, pretty much high school. I went off
before elementary, right?
even before. So I went off to Australia to do my college, and he went off to
Went to Maryland.
Maryland Midwest. We came back bringing different elements, different musical styles together, and then things just happens like a nuclear reaction. Boom. I'm bringing drum and bass beats. Romel's got the hip hop, historicals, old school. Combine them together. Anti-Theory, slap the name on it. We brand them. We make them. We rip them. We produce them. We track them. We mix them.
Now I was saying like before when we were talking, are you brothers like, are y'all friends outside of the music, or is this strictly like a music thing? Like do y'all hang out on a Sunday afternoon, watch the Patriots? Like what's up with that? Are you guys friends too, or is it strictly music?
Are we friends? Hell
So,
yeah.
yeah! Hell yeah!
That's first too.
We've been friends for a good 25 years, probably making music for maybe 20 years. And it's funny you should ask. We were just watching the Pats game a couple weeks ago. Yeah, we talk about everything.
Absolutely.
And musically, it's funny because even though we're friends, musically we're on the same page. There's few people I've worked with a lot of people, and few people I can say that I've gelled with so creatively. It's just like we're perfect.
Can I add something to
Yeah,
this though?
please.
I would say the anti-theory collaboration between Ramel and I is a true form of democracy. Because here's how it works. It's you can think of it like a government. So say I'm the musical branch, Ramel's like the lyrical branch, and the powers check each other. So there's never a time where one will overstep the other. You know what I mean? And that's how we collaborate. That's how we work, and the music comes through. Real raw.
Now, you guys, like you talked about, you guys mess with a lot of different genres, which I love. Hip-hop, dance, techno, the whole nine. Who's the hip-hop head? Who's the dance head? Break it down for me. What artists that influence you? Name one or two. Let it be known. What's happening?
Well, I'll say I'm the dance head, all right? I'll start with that. And
Definitely the hip-hop head. I'll add this. It's funny because when we were growing up, I was more into hip-hop. Odie was more into rock, jazz, like everything that's encompasses what real music is. Odie studied, but there are still times that he would listen to certain hip hop albums and make copies for me. And I remember, I think I traded my Pearl Jam tape to Odie for a T-shirt. So we were both kind of feeling each other's stuff, even though we had primary focuses. We were both always looking at other stuff and what the other guy was listening to. I think.
yeah, so and
That's
it bleeds into it. I remember one of my first electronic groups I listened to was Chemical Brothers. Way back, Mass Attack, people like Portishead came. These are European influences, and at that time, European was really, and still today, I think they're on the forefront of electronic music. So that's where I draw my influences from.
Now, your album, Digita, is awesome.
Thank you.
For getting
Thank you.
serious downloads, singles, the album, the whole nine.
Nice, thanks.
I've heard it. I got a copy, actually, people, right here.
Nice.
The hard copy.
That exclusive,
Yeah.
but I get that exclusive.
Yeah.
Now, how long were you working on that, and where'd you do most of the recording?
We record at my place, so I have a home studio set up. Basically, I'll take you through a little bit, briefly, how we structure our songs. So I'll come up with the music. I'll get these inspirations out of seriously, just out of the blue, right? And I get Ramel to come down, and by the time Ramel gets to the studio, musical composition is pretty much complete in itself. So I just need Ramel to come in, kick his freestyle, and that's one thing Ramel's going to tell you more about. He does his recordings in complete freestyle form. stream of consciousness. He doesn't write anything down. He comes in the studio, kicks freestyle, mind blowing. I mean, it's amazing. So we would do a couple of, I would say 4 or 5 takes, and then at the end of the day, it's my job to cut those, those takes out, get the best parts of each take, put them all into one, one track, and then we will relearn it. And that's the interesting thing. Ramel would have completely forgotten about it because it's all freestyle. He would relearn the final take before we perform.
That's right.
So yeah, most of it is freestyled off the top of the head. Bringing back that good hip hop tradition. There are 1 or 2 songs that I've written, but just a few, 1 or 2, because they might deal with a certain topic, or when we're talking about a certain friend of ours in one of our stories, if it's a non-fiction story, that one's written. But everything else is, I prefer to just kick it off the top of the dome.
Yeah.
That's dope. Now, real quick, where can people all over the place grab this album? iTunes, CD Baby, what's up?
iTunes, CD Baby. Contact us directly. Facebook. I mean,
Definitely iTunes, CD Baby. You can find us on there. Just search for Anti-Theory or Digita. If you want to look for us on MySpace and just hear the tracks, it's myspace.com/Anti-Theory Boston. Facebook.com, Anti-Theory Boston. Reverb Nation, Anti-Theory Boston.
Oh, we're going to get into the online. We're going to make it out. I like that, though. I like that promotion. He's like P. Diddy. He's always
Brandon,
promoting.
keeping
I
the
like
brand
that.
the same.
Now, listen, as a musician, have you found MySpace or Facebook more effective in self-promotion when you guys are putting out shows? And I mean, because MySpace, they say they're going to lay off 50% of their workforce.
Ooh.
What's happening here? What do you guys like?
Well, that's a good question, because...
Are you Tom or Mark Zuckerberg?
Hey, just as a side note, I met Mark Zuckerberg.
Odie's tight with
Yeah,
Mark.
I visited 2 months ago. In Cali, yeah. They're based in the Stanford campus, right there, Stanford
Did
University.
you give him a CD?
No, I gave him my resume. So,
So this guy might be,
yeah.
watch those status
Maybe.
updates, don't be dissing Facebook.
Get those
Odie's
investments
going to be
going.
watching that. But yeah, to get back to the question, MySpace was originally for music. Facebook, it's a little hard to get your music on there. It's not that easy. You have to add a plug-in, go through Reverb Nation. It's not designed so much for band promotion, but in terms of inviting people are more responsive to invites from Facebook than they are on MySpace. Although MySpace, I think they're going more into a pure music kind of thing, which is kind of interesting. They're going away from the social aspect of it. But it's kind of the wild, wild west right now in terms of Web 2.0 and social networking. Anything goes, really.
Now, explain what the setup is when you guys do a live show. And also, what's your next 2 shows coming up? I know you just did the Middle East. How does that work? What do you have? The turntables, and then Ramel's got the mic. What's happening?
It's definitely turntables, digitized. So everything's done on a laptop these days. As you know, we try to travel light, and that's what it's all about. It's not so much the setup, turntables, all those gimcracks and stuff like that. It's really about the energy. So if you see our video on YouTube, you're gonna see we have tremendous energy when we perform, and that's what the crowd feeds off. I can put 10,000 turntables behind me, and standing looking like, can I swear?
Yeah.
Shit, and then, and the crowd would just walk out on us. But you get the energy going, get the whole gusto going. It's totally different experience.
Yeah. And I just grab the mic, just kick it. There's even a track we'll do that's freestyled right there. Like, it's not even the freestyle that we recorded, a couple months ago, but just off the top of the dome right there. And the energy from the freestyle plus Odie's beats, it's really ridiculous. We can barely contain ourselves. And if you watch our YouTube video, you'll see this guy. Oh, ridiculous.
Falling off the table, man. Jumping around like a bunch
Ramel,
of
I gotta
monkeys.
ask. 2 MCs that you highly respect, right off the top of the dome.
Karis One and Guru.
Ooh.
My 2 favorites.
And then I want to go into my next question because he just said Guru. And Guru, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Guru.
He was on Skope TV.
Word.
For real.
Oh, damn. That's what's up.
With Solar.
Oh, that's what's up right there.
YouTube.com, Skope TV. We're going to take a break. And let's get right back into this. We're going to take a break.